Today we're going to talk about the top 6 tips you have to know about buying real estate here in Colombia. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam and I'm here with Juan Camilo.
Hello.
Which is a real estate agent here in Medellin. And yeah, we're gonna ask him today about some tips he has for foreigners that want to buy here, because yeah, things in Colombia are a little bit different than what you might used to in the US, Canada, or maybe from Europe. So we put our top 6 tips, kind of insider tips you have to know when you want to buy property here in Colombia. So yeah, you want to start?
Okay, hello. So yeah, first, and this could be like an extra, it's like you are buying in a foreign country, so we are so different from the US. So first of all, ask what is included or not in the price. Sometimes they are including some appliances, sometimes they're not, bookshelves and this kind of stuff. So do not assume that everything that you are seeing in the property, even if the property is empty, are included. Sometimes you bought it and they take it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be washing machine, fridge, things like that, shelves.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that specific stuff later, but I mean like curtains, lamps, bookshelves, and this kind of stuff that you can see attached to the walls. Just ask.
Okay.
It is not a dumb question. Just ask.
The kitchen usually is included, or at least the most part of the kitchen, like the sink and the shit.
Yeah, everything that is attached in the kitchen, like the oven, sometimes the stove or the hook, they are included. But you never know, so you have to clarify. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay. The second one is just be prepared to go if you want to make an offer, because there is no MLS, so properties go in and out of the market very easily. So if you're gonna take a month to bring the money down from abroad, you might be putting on risk the decision you made. So you might lose the property, or the seller might change their
minds. Okay.
Okay, the number 3. Do not include the appliances that are not hooked up to the property into the negotiation. In this point, we are talking about the refrigerator and the washer and dryer machine. So it is chalked to the sellers if you are including this type of appliances sometimes. So try to negotiate the way we do that, and it's not including the appliances. Usually they are not included, refrigerator, washer and dryer. So keep them away of the negotiation. Okay. Our number 4 is do not make the seller, or do not allow the seller to make repairs. It means, like, let's say it's a faucet leaking, or there is a wall that needs painting, or a door that is broken. So just try to get a quotation of the repairs and include it into the offer. And the buyer should take care of that. I used to say to my buyers that it's not the same repair to stay than repair to leave.
So they just might fix it up short term, so they don't have to spend a lot of money, and you would do it way differently, because
I want the buyer have the decision making, is the decision making on the repairs. Okay. Number 5, try to negotiate in the local currency. Okay. When sellers finds there is a foreigner negotiation, they pretend, or it could happen that they want to negotiate in dollars. Or even if there is another foreigner selling, they will rather to negotiate in dollars. So I want the buyer have the exchange control. Okay.
It's always, even for, I think, the mindset of people, because dollar is usually a shorter number. So 100,000 US dollars are 300 million, right? Something like that. So even just in the mindset of the people, of the Colombians, and here, it's not just property, but it's way better if you work with Colombian pesos. We find that time and time again, no matter what it is, if you negotiate, like just a t-shirt in Parquilleras, for example, if you negotiate in dollars, it will be just automatically way higher than in Colombian pesos.
Right. Some same thing in the real estate. Okay. And the number 6 is bring your funds through a broker. It will be possible and legal to bring to pay the seller through a bank, like international wire transaction. There is no any legal issue with that. The only thing is, if it's not through a broker, you cannot use that funds to get your visa.
Yeah.
Even if you are not planned to get your visa, you should do it that way, because you never know, in a couple of years or 3 years, if you want to get your visa, you can use this investment in that purpose.
Yeah. So you have to make sure that you really declare it the right way. So probably use an advisor to help you, which is the right way to put the money through this company. And just you have it the correct way, because there's something you have to know. So if you have any doubts or you want to work with Juan Camilo, just contact us. We can set that whole thing up so you know it's going to be the right way. So how does it usually work? What does the real estate agent get usually? What's the commission? How does it work? Do I as a seller have to pay, or do I as a buyer have to pay, or do they both pay?
Okay, the commission of the real estate broker is paid by the seller. Okay, it's 3% plus tax. In total, it will be like 3.4% in total, and it's paid by the seller. Okay, we share commission among us, the brokers in the city. There is no extra fees involved in terms of the brokerage thing. So what usually could happen is, to make it easier at the end of the transaction, the seller can ask the buyer to put a check on the name of the agent. That make easier the transaction. So let's put in this word. It's paid by the seller with the money of the buyer.
Okay, yeah. And how long usually a process goes? Of course, in Colombia it could be anything, right? From a year to, I don't know, a couple of days. But how long does it usually take? If I find an apartment and I really like it and I want to have it now, what's kind of the normal way?
I would say with a cash buyer, it'll take between 1 month to 3 months.
So if you already have the money in the country?
If you already have the money in the country, after you sign the purchase agreement document at the notary, it'll take between 1 month to 3 months. It will depend. It depends on the legal situation of the property. Okay.
And how much does it take longer if I have the money outside? So if I have to go through the broker first?
Bringing the money in, opening the broker account, it'll take about 3 weeks. Maybe 4.
So it's an additional month, let's say. Yeah. That's the same thing we found with the clients we had. That we had a couple of clients that came here, had bought places or apartments. Was the same thing, around a month for the broker, and then the rest for the apartment.
And there is another cost involved for the buyer in the transaction, which is 1.65% of the purchase price in legal fees, notary fees, registry, and all of these purchase process.
Okay. Yeah, I think we tried to do it with 6, but I think it's around 8 or 9 now. Tips you have to know when you want to buy real estate. Again, if you want to work with Juan Camilo, contact us down below and we will connect you. He works with foreigners, he knows what to look for, and he's an honest person and not out to gouge anybody. So if you want to work with him, contact us down below. Is there anything you want to add?
No, thank you so much, and I will be standing by for your email.